Good afternoon, my friends. So today I am in Madania. You can see the murals here celebrating some of the heroes of Algeria's independence and nationalism. And now I am turning towards the central square of Madania. And today we are going to drive to another neighborhood from Madania to Skela, which is one of the oldest neighborhoods here in Algiers. Just like in Madania, it's in the upper parts of Algiers. And Madania is in the eastern upper parts of Algiers, while Skela is above Oued and the Kasbah of Algiers. It's such a nice neighborhood, facing the sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and dominating Oued and the Kasbah. Not very far from Tagarin and Bab Jdid and Biar. So today we are going to go from one beautiful neighborhood to the other, to another one, to visit another one. Well, it's getting a little bit dark. It's August 17th. We are in 2022, summer of 2022. And the situation here in Algeria is much better compared to last year, to the summer of last year, when Algeria was still under lockdown because of the coronavirus, of the COVID-19 pandemic. Those were such sad days. I have a cousin who lost his wife at that time, and it was extremely painful for the whole family. She was one of the best persons that we had ever known, and she was lost to the pandemic. May God cast His mercy upon her. Villa Susini is here on the right. It's an infamous place. It's here on the right, where the palm trees are. It's a villa, and the colonial authorities, the French colonial authorities, used this villa here on the right as a torture center. Such an unfortunate thing. So this is what a friend of mine calls the golden hour of the day. He told me that, you know, when it's hot in the summer, one needs to drive in the late afternoon in order to avoid that the phone overheats. And yeah, it's working so far, but the problem is darkness. It's getting dark. These scooters and motorbikes may emerge from anywhere. It's not I mean, it's a driver needs to pay attention, to be vigilant when they drive here in Algiers, and they have become more and more numerous these days, because there are few cars on the Algerian market, and there is a high demand on cars. That's why many people who grew desperate of ever buying a car these days have purchased motorbikes, especially scooters, and now they are everywhere. And also there are new businesses here in Algiers that are using scooters for deliveries. So in the past, companies would use utility vehicles and mini trucks in order to, and minivans in order to deliver goods, but nowadays they are increasingly using scooters for small deliveries. There is like a garden here. It's a square here with a fountain, and the fountain is running. It has a wonderful view on Algiers, on the Algiers Bay and the port. So if you visit this place on foot, you could go and and sit there in that square. So as I told you, more and more companies, more and more small private businesses are using these scooters. So now we are on Martyrs Boulevard. and the Martyrs Boulevard is famous for the radio and television, the National Radio and Television building, which is a few hundred meters away. In fact, just 50 meters away from here. There it is. It's on the right. I can't film it for you because of the angle of the camera. The area is decorated with beautiful murals here on the right, on the left, sorry. And there is the Saint Georges Hotel here, right in front of us, renamed Funduq Al Jazair, or the Algeria Hotel, the Al Jazair Hotel. And I think that the murals are there. The murals we have just driven past are there, right in front of the public radio and television, because you know, they are the work. Whoa, what a dog! One of those big dog breeds. So the murals are there because the School of Fine Arts is not very far from here. It's just 500 meters away from here, and all the areas around the school are decorated with works that are made by students or artists from the school, from the graduate school of fine arts. All right, so now we are driving onto the Bouguera Boulevard. If you want to go to the city center, you take the right, but we are going to the Bouguera Boulevard, Mohammed Bouguera Boulevard. Be careful here because there is oncoming traffic from the left. Cars coming from Mayday Square area, from Place du 1er Mai. May the 1st Square. And now we're driving up the Bouguera Boulevard, which leads all the way to Biar, to the central part of Biar, one of the longest streets here in Algiers. The street on the right, from where that cab is coming out, is Ziriab Street. All right, so there is often traffic here in this section of the Bouguera Boulevard. All right, go ahead. This guy is driving onto Ziriab Street. All right, go ahead. You've got to be polite when you are driving. Our streets are full of bad drivers. In fact, streets everywhere are full of bad drivers, including in Europe. If you have ever been to Europe or to the United States, to North America, then you would realize that bad drivers are really everywhere. So the street on the left is a shortcut to the Bashir al-Ibrahimi Street, to Biar, you know. If you want to avoid traffic, then you can use it as a shortcut to Biar, and also can serve as a shortcut to Hydra. Sorry for my coughing. Okay, so this street here on the right will lead you all the way down to Tilimni, to Boulevard Karim Belkacem, to the Karim Belkacem Boulevard. the soil is so unstable here. So the Sfinja road is here on the right. If you want to drive down to Tilimli, to the Karim Belkacem Boulevard. Now, if you want to go to the central part of El Biar, you continue straight on. You take the left here, okay? But I'm turning right because I would like to go to Skela via a section of the Sfinja Road and Mohammed Sfinja Road, and this is part of Mohammed Sfinja Road. There is a nice area here with 2 restaurants and a beauty salon here on the right. And now we're going to drive onto a section of the hilly road, of this hilly road, Sfinja Mohammed. The Sfinja road starts from Tilimli, by the way, from Boulevard Karim Belkacem, and it's also known for the Tifariti Garden, named after the de facto capital of Western Sahara, which is an African nation fighting for its independence from Morocco. We have just passed a plant with a house with begonias. I think that those are begonias, those flowers. This is such a nice part of El Biar, the Sfinja Road. Part of this road is in Tilimli, part of central Algiers. It's part of central, which is part of the municipality of central Algiers, and part of it is here in El Biar, in the municipality of El Biar. Be careful around these corners. Normally this is a one-way street. I don't know, I'm not sure. No, I can see the cars facing me here. Alright, so now there is a stop sign here. We've got to stop for a while, and now let's go. Now we are not very far from Skela. And Skela is a neighborhood known for the hospital, Birtraria Hospital. It's not a very big hospital here in Algiers, but it's an important one in the area. All right. This is the Melika Gate Boulevard. Go ahead. It's an extension of the Ali Khouja Boulevard. All right, so there is a broken line here. Thank you very much. Thank you. The cab let me drive onto this street here. This is where Skela starts. This is the area of Birtraria. Skela is not it's not a municipality on its own. It's just a neighborhood. It's just like Tilimli, you know. Tilimli is part of central Algiers, and Skela is part of Koriche. This part here is part of El Biar, and then you've got the rest of the neighborhood further away, which is part of the Koriche municipality. So now we are driving straight to the hospital, to the Birtraria Hospital. They have repaved this the road surface here. All right, so this is the Birtraria Hospital. Okay, so what's this guy trying to do? Maybe he's trying to turn around. Okay. All right, guys. So it took us 14 minutes to drive from Madania to Skela. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button in order to receive more notifications about our future videos. I've also noticed that only a third of you are subscribed to my channel, so I urge the other 2/3 of my viewers to subscribe as well. Okay guys, take care of yourselves and goodbye.